So we've been talking about routers like there's some type of mysterious intelligent black box in the middle of some UFO. We're talking about forwarding, routing, the data plane, the control plane. It all sounds very official when you start looking at it. But what actually happens when that packet hits a router, like physically? Because it's not magic. It's not fairy dust or blinking LEDs. It's more engineering. I remember the first time I really understood what happens inside a router. Suddenly, all those weird networking behaviors started to actually make sense, especially performance problems. So today we're going to pop the hood. We're going to look inside that little box. At a high level, a router has four main parts. It has the input ports, the switching fabric, the output ports, and the control plane. And if you've ever seen a distribution center, imagine that type of scenario. Packages arrive at the loading dock, they get sorted, they move across the building, and then they leave through different docks. Meanwhile, upstairs, someone is updating the master logistics plan. That's basically a router. It's structured, it's intentional, it's built to scale. And once you see that structure, the blinking lights, they stop feeling kind of mysterious. Following that packet, it arrives at the input port, right? The port receives the signal, whether it's electrical, optical, or whatever medium it's deciding to use. It strips off the frame, it pulls out the IP packet, and it performs that forwarding lookup. Imagine if every packet had to wait in line for one single CPU to decide what to do. And that would be like one cashier at a grocery store on a Saturday afternoon. It's complete chaos. So forwarding is distributed right at the edge. Now, once the packet knows where it needs to go, it has to cross the router internally. The internal transport system is called the switching fabric. This is like the internal highway system for the router. Different routers use different designs. Some are very simple, some are highly parallel and insanely fast, and this is where things get a little bit chaotic. If that internal highway can't move the packets fast enough, then everything gets backed up. We see congestion. Even if your input ports are fast, even if your output ports are fast, the weak link is inside the box, and it can define the entire router's performance, its ceiling, its floor. Network delay is not random. There's different types associated with the router, right? There's processing delay. This is usually tiny, nothing to worry about. There's transmission delay. This depends on the link speed. There's queuing delay. This is where traffic sometimes spikes. This is where most people start to see it. And because when traffic spikes, it kind of grows fast. And that's why your internet can feel perfectly fine 1 minute, and then suddenly your video freezes mid-sentence. You look like you're stuck, and you've looked like the wanted poster that your friends all take pictures of this, snap it out, right? That's the queuing delay under congestion is what that is. Now, a lot of people assume performance is just about the algorithm. Smarter routing, better software, but architecture matters just as much. Hardware acceleration, parallel processing, distribution forwarding. When you're handling millions upon millions of packets every second, efficiency is everything. And the way a router is physically built determines its limits. It's not just code running it. Routers aren't some mystic black magical box. They're structured systems. Input ports handle arrival and lookup. Switching fabric moves packets internally. Output ports manage contention and scheduling. Control plane maintains routing intelligence. When you understand this structure, network behavior stops feeling like this mysterious black magic, and you start to realize that performance isn't random. It's shaped inside the box, long before the packet even reaches its destination. And in the next module, we're going to look at what happens when one of those internal components becomes more of a bottleneck.